Am I the a-hole for refusing to put my BF on my life insurance while I left my ex on it? I am 32F with an ex-partner 33M. Together, we have 2 children, a 10F and 9M. My ex and I had a difficult start in life. I fell pregnant pretty quickly after we started dating. Our daughter was born with leukemia, and we spent the first few years of our relationship in hospital. She is now in remission, thankfully. We also had another child during this time. Also, our son is autistic. After being together for 6 years, we split up indefinitely when our children were 6 and 5, which was very hard for me and him. After healing for about 1.5 years, I began dating my now boyfriend. Let's call him Jake. Jake was charming and kind, and took it slow with me. After a year, I introduced him to my kids. At first, my daughter was not very happy with the situation, but eventually, she grew to tolerate him. Jake even has a civil relationship with my ex. Eventually, Jake moved in with my children, and I have been living with him for about 2 months. When my daughter was born with leukemia, my ex and I had decided to both get separate life insurance, just in case anything happened to us. When we originally got them, we decided that we would be each other's trustee and also would receive 30% of the insurance and the rest would go to our child or children. After we had our son, we updated our life insurance with his name also on it. We have both still honored that. Our reasoning for this is that if one of us was to go while our children were still young, then the other would be left as a single parent and may need some support and stability. I still feel very strongly about this. Now onto the issue. Jake was cleaning up files in my office when I was at work, and had come across my life insurance agreement. While I was at work, he had sent me a message saying we need to discuss something important when you get home. I was freaking out and tried calling him, but he would not answer me and said he was too angry to talk to me. I run my own business, so I took off early and drove home. Before I left, I messaged Jake to say I was on my way home. When I arrived, I saw Jake on the sofa glaring at me. He threw the life insurance papers at me and demanded that I explain myself. I picked them up and asked what the problem was. He began to scream at me and said,
"Why is your ex on your insurance and I'm not?"
I explained to him my reasons above, and he scoffed and said,
"Well, you both make so much money now. You don't need to support one another."
I was extremely angry at this, and told him that it was not his business, that I put on my life insurance. The money is mainly for my children and my ex, and it will stay that way. Jake replied,
"Well, I put so much work into this relationship, and I'm not going to get anything from it. No normal man would want a woman with 2 children who have issues."
I saw red. I kicked him out and told him we were done. My children will always come first, and I will never let anyone get in the way of that. Jake packed his bags and left. While he was packing, he shouted at me that I never really got over my ex, and we still love each other. He knew it from the start, and I'm such an a-hole for not putting him on my life insurance. So am I the a-hole here?
Here are the top comments.
Why is he cleaning up papers in your office? He was looking. You own your own business. He moved in with you. He sees you as a meal ticket, and finding out that you have thoroughly provided for your children through the help to their remaining parent means he's out on his broke ass. Your children should always come first. You are not the a-hole for standing your ground.
He was snooping through your private papers. Good riddance.